Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. I'd like to say this show is twice as good as usual, but we all know...
I would also like to say the show is twice as good as usual.
The double the goodness comes from our guest today, Mike Turian, who is here to talk about Double Masters. Double Masters. I'm not going to say everything twice this stream, but I had to do it.
We chose Mike Turian because you can also pronounce his name Mike Turian because Double Masters. That's why we chose him.
We're gonna lay off the gas on any puns at this point, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
I did not promise that.
Steve.
I didn't promise that in the slightest. That's not.
That's fair. So let's walk through what's going to happen during this show. We always kind of do this, but the reason I'm really doing it this time is because our producer, Sean, has had internet issues. And there is a chance that we could just drop off at any time. We don't think that's going to happen, and we have a backup in place. So if it goes down, we should get up right away, but we want to make sure you stick around. So I'm going to tell you everything we're going to do. First, Steve's going to do the news because Steve does the news. Then we're going to show you the Double Masters logo, talk about the release date. We're going to chat with Mike Turian a little bit. We're going to show off 5 cards today. Five. Some of them you will have already seen this morning, so they're not all new, but we definitely have some new cards. We have the winner of the poll today, and we have what the box looks like, and then we have some more chat time with Mike Turian where he's going to talk about the product and I don't know, just the general ennui of the world. But yeah, in the meantime, Steve, why don't you do the news?
Yeah, we had some stuff come up this week. Lots of things in the world of Magic the Gathering. First of all, the Arena Open was announced. This is an event on Magic the Gathering Arena. Producer Sean will put up that graphic. Very excited about that. And then that happened. It was great. We announced it. It's a new tournament on Arena, standard constructed with a cash reward at the end of the tunnel if you're able to do well enough. Go ahead and check out all details on that on Daily MTG. Additionally, we had a banned and restricted update this week for a number of different formats, and you can also see that graphic.
That was just this week.
Sean. It was on Monday. That was 4 days ago.
Time means nothing anymore.
Like, time is a social construct, okay?
Oh my
God. So anyway, we had the BNR announcement. You can see the banned and restricted updates on that graphic there. And for more details, for an excellent write-up by Ian Duke, you can also head to Daily MTG. Finally, there was an esports update about the conclusion of the partial season for 2020 and what things are going to look like for that partial season moving forward. And you can read that update on magic.gg. So lots of things coming down the line for Magic, BNR, Arena Open, esports updates. But that's not the reason why people are here, Blake. It's not the reason. The reason why people are here
to talk to us, to hang out.
They're here to talk to us. They're here to talk.
Because no one has anywhere else to be.
No one has anywhere else to be. But they're here to hear about Double Masters and Mike Turian. They're here to hear from Mike Turian.
Yeah, they are. Mike, welcome.
Hey, Blake. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Mike.
Great to virtually be here talking Double Masters. I'm always super excited to talk about new upcoming sets. So thanks for having me.
Mike. Yeah, Mike, why don't you tell us, first of all, why are we talking to you? What's your role with Double Masters?
Sure, yeah. So I work in Magic R&D, and my role is a principal product designer. And for Double Masters, I was the product architect, meaning I work with not only the game designer, the lead game designer, Brian Hawley, but all throughout the team, right? Working with the art director, working with so many people in the company to bring the vision of Double Masters to life and to bring it to our players. So really that's my role, sort of overseeing Double Masters to make sure that it really lives up to its full potential.
Okay. So you're the guy who knows all the things about Double Masters.
Yes, I know all the things about Double Masters. And I would say that twice, but like you said, we're going to try to lay off those jokes just a little bit.
Well, okay, let's talk about it seriously. Sean, why don't you throw up the logo? But Mike, why are we calling this Double Masters? What is double about it?
Well, the first thing, of course, just like we announced this morning, is you get 2 rares in every pack and also 2 foils, right? So that was the first thing that really brought the doubleness of the set. That was really, the first idea of it, of, hey, we did such an awesome job with Ultimate Masters. People really loved it, but we knew when we were bringing back Masters, we needed to, we're always looking to top ourselves, to go somewhere that players wouldn't expect. And this idea of double Masters started with, hey, we can put 2 rares in every pack. With the set being reprints, there's a lot of goodness in those reprints. So we knew we had plenty of rares to work with. And then from there, we just kept building on it, right? Next, we added the 2 foils in every pack because, of course, like, that's right. And then, of course,
because of course.
Because of course.
Sometimes we just do things because they sound fun. Like, we don't normally preview cards with announcements, and we were all talking about it, and we're just like, but we want to show this off. We want to show this off. Like, have you seen this card?
Yes, and to me, that really captures the vision and the essence of Double Masters, right? Basically, anytime we came to a decision point in the road, it was, we should do that double. Can we do that double? And so, all the way through now to the double announcement this morning, we're not doing 2 weekly MTG streams, but that's something that, if we had talked about it ahead of time, we could have.
One is enough for most people.
More than enough.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I want you to be able to talk about the box toppers and that sort of thing. So let's show a couple. So first, let's show off the ones that everybody already saw this morning. So these are not the new cards.
Hopefully you've seen these already.
Hopefully you've seen these this morning. If you haven't seen them already, they're new to you. So let's show off the first one, Doubling Season. And they are, there it is. So Mike, where did you get that full edge bleed version?
Where did I get? Where did we get?
Where in the set? Like, is that a box topper? How do you get them?
Yeah, so it is a box topper, right? Every display box of Double Masters comes with a box topper, and inside that box topper pack, you get 2 box toppers. So cards like Doubling Season on the right of your screen here, that borderless version, you can get that in those box toppers. And like I said, you get 2 cards in every box topper. So once again, you see us just going with the doubling theme because it's. I mean, who wouldn't want to open up 2 of those beautiful cards? Not that you can ever get the same one in the same.
Okay, so they will be 2 different cards that won't be the same card.
Yeah, two different cards. But I'd be super happy to open 2 of those Doubling Seasons.
It would be thematically appropriate. I guess not super thematically. It'd be like quadruple season at that point.
That's true. It should be if you open up 2 Doubling Seasons, you actually end up with 4 Doubling Seasons.
Yeah.
Assuming you're holding a Doubling Season when you open up the pack.
Right. That's just the way it should work. That's just science. That's just science.
But let's see one of the other box toppers that you could open up alongside this Doubling Season, Blightsteel Colossus. So this is the other one we showed off this morning with our little 2 article announcement gag. The Wayne Reynolds art is gorgeous, and it's been a while since we've seen Blightsteel here.
Blightsteel Colossus, it's kind of double Blightsteel Colossus is very much overkill. You typically only need 1 Blightsteel Colossus, and you have trampled over your opponent and infected them to death. But yeah, Wayne Reynolds really delivered on this art. It's so gorgeous. And I love how the borderless frame even highlights it more.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's show off a third card before we chat a little bit more. So this one you may or may not have seen this morning because we didn't actually intend to publish it, but we did. So we're just going to show it. Atraxa Praetor's Voice went up in Russian. And here it is in English.
So awesome. When we were working on Double Masters, we really wanted to consider Commander players, right? And of course, legendary creatures in Commander just really that's a 1-2. That's exactly what Commander players are looking for. So with Atraxa, it's so awesome, and of course, great combo with Doubling Season, right? The proliferation, right? I mean, that's
obviously,
and it's great, and it's in your colors, 4 colors. Yeah. Everything's in your colors.
Well, and what's cool about this one is this is the first time it's in a booster pack because it was in a Commander product before.
Yeah, right. This is the first time you can get it, and so that's great too. Also available in foil, right? Because that's how booster packs work. We always include the foils, so a lot of goodness. Of course, I think in the Commander deck it was one of the face commanders, so available in foil there. But
now available in non-foil. Now available in non-foil.
Yeah, it'll be a non-foil. Right, which is definitely something we're always going for, making sure you can get it in foil and non-foil versions. So.
Yeah. I want to, before we show off the 2 new cards, I want to dig in a little bit more on the 2 foils. Now, every pack already has 2 rares. So can those foils also be rares or mythics?
Yeah. If you open up, what I'll say, the ultimate pack of Double Masters, right? You can get 2 rares because every pack has 2 rares. And those, of course, could be mythics as well. I'm just going to use rare. And then your foils can also both be rares. So in one pack of Double Masters, you can actually get 4 rares in that pack, which would be a pretty amazing pack.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often, right? But very often you'll get a pack with 3 rares. That actually happens, a nice amount of the time. Where 4 rares is really, that's a great pack.
I still remember the first 3. I think it was a 3 rare pack I opened was in Dark Ascension because you could get the double face. Yeah, and so I got a Huntmaster of the Fells, and then I got a foil mythic. I forget what it was. I think it was the one that killed all humans and maids and brought back all zombies. And then I got a Planeswalker in the regular rare mythic slot. Anyway, super exciting. It was a real good, and I still remember it to this day. So yeah, it's going to be cool. A lot of people are going to get to experience that kind of pack with this set. Okay, Mike, you're drafting this set because this set is made to be drafted, and I opened 2 rares. I want to take them both. What do I do?
Well, great news here in Double Masters. When you open the pack, you can take 2 cards, or you will take 2 cards from that pack in draft. So if you open up that great pack you're talking about, you want to take both rares. You can take both rares with your first pick. That's only for the first pick of each pack. So basically, the idea there is you open the pack. We knew there'd be 2 rares in every pack. For the players who really wanted those rares, we didn't want to make you pass 1 rare. So great news for rare drafters. You take 2 cards out of every first pick. So 3 times.
So that's pack 1, pack 2, pack 3. You're supposed to draft 2 cards.
And then you just draft as normal?
What's that, Steve?
And then you just draft as normal for the rest of the pack?
Yeah, exactly. So first pick is take 2 cards. Then the pack will get past you. You take 1 card out of that. When you whenever you're cracking open the booster, that's the time where you're taking 2 picks. So and in those packs where you do get 3 rares because of the foil or even 4, you still have to pass a rare, but once again you'll have a pretty amazing experience. We really wanted to make sure that you never had to pass a rare as much as possible.
Okay, so while we're talking about rares, why don't we show another one? So we did a poll today, and we asked you what kind of cards you'd like to see, and the choices were, I think, a sorcery, a 0 mana card, a commander, and a human.
Yeah, and the poll won out. I think the 0 mana card won out.
0 mana won out, but because it's Double Masters, we're going to also show you second place.
Yeah.
So in this case, second place was a commander, and it is Kalia of the Vast, another one of those popular commanders.
Originally printed in the first ever commander product that we did, I think.
Yeah. So, and I think
actually,
go ahead.
I went back and got some design stories. Right, Steve was mentioning it coming in the first commander deck, and there was this like, hey, what does it mean? Like, what is a commander that talks about angels and demons and dragons, right? Like, what is it going to do? And Ken Nagel and Mark Purvis sort of came up with this design of putting it into play, tapped and attacking. And of course, we printed this before so many of these awesome combos like Gristlebrand, right? Came out of like, the Master of Cruelty, a nice one-hit combo there. But it's just great that the power of this card just grows and grows as we release new angels and demons and dragons, which of course, Magic is just filled with that sort of excitement. So another card really that we hope Commander players will love, and everyone.
Based on chat's reaction, I think this one hit home. But yeah,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, Kalia is one of those early commanders that has remained popular for a really long time. So I think this will be a welcome addition. I feel like I think we should just do it. I know we're only 17 minutes into the show. Okay, so I'm going to do a little to-do about the next preview card. So the winner was a 0 mana card. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, you can answer this question that I'm about to ask. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, you can answer this question that I'm about to ask. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, you can answer this question that I'm about to ask. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, you can answer this question. There is an echo going on. And Mike,
That was a prank. That was incredible. Like, oh my God, that was great. I hope somebody clips that and like it lives forever. That was amazing. We didn't even mean to do that. That was great.
Oh boy.
Double Masters was turned into Infinite Masters.
Infinite Masters. Yeah, that's coming in 2026 after we get through triple and quadruple Masters.
F in the chat for all of our speakers, for all of them. Oh my God, that was great.
Oh, okay. So Mike, if you might have heard, but I'm going to ask you a question and you can answer it.
I didn't, Blake. I didn't hear. It just was this like panic-inducing. Mike, you might be able to answer this question. You might be able to answer.
That was so good.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the winner was a 0 mana artifact. Mike, you can answer this question. We had multiple things to choose from for this, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In a set as powerful as Double Masters, 0 mana artifacts are, about as powerful and appealing of cards as you can get. So, we're only going to talk about the winner.
One of them.
We're only talking about one of the 0 mana artifacts, but people can go and speculate on other 0 mana artifacts. They
already are. They're way ahead of us.
Yeah,
my favorite,
for sure.
My favorite guest so far is Frogmite because.
Not Mirror Enforcer. You don't have 7 artifacts out.
Apparently, we only have. Anyway,
so good.
Let's show it. Let's show the Manicrypt that you might find staring at you in Double Masters boosters in regular or in the alternate version from Ron Spencer on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, what can you say about Manicrypt that isn't immediately so exciting?
It makes it's 2 mana.
Yeah, 2 mana, and you get to flip a coin every turn. I feel like that's just an advantage also.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you might take some damage, but just flipping a coin's pretty fun. And you certainly get the exciting moments of that as well. But yeah, 0 mana artifact, tapping for 2 mana. It's about as powerful as a Magic card as there is, right? It's definitely in that upper tier of Magic cards, and we just knew we had to be bringing it here in Double Masters because it's so amazing, such an exciting card. And 2 mana, right? Once again, double masters, 2 mana.
Makes 2 mana. How can you not put it in?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is all the preview cards.
It's all of them.
It is all.
There are no surprises. This is us being honest. No other preview cards during this stream.
Yep. So we showed off 5 great ones: Doubling Season, Blightsteel Colossus, Atraxa, Praetor's Voice, Calling of the Vast, and Manicrypt. Mike, how? So are the alternate art cards? Are those? Does every rare mythic have one? Is it a subset? How does that work?
Yeah, it's it's a subset of the cards. So not every rare or mythic has one. They're just a small subset of the cards. Basically, we went through and picked the cards that we felt would be most exciting in the treatment. That we knew that one of the things about Double Masters is we wanted to have appeal for the cards in all the different Magic formats. I know we've shown off a couple legends today, talking about the Commander appeal, but a card like Manicrypt, even all the way back for vintage players, right? Mm-hmm. That's a card. So we really took a look at all of the different Magic formats that the reprints could be exciting in, and then went and sort of paired that with a lot of those borderless treatments. So I'm super excited when we show off even more, because it's a really great list of cards.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're not even. This is going to be. This is just a taste. We're going to have like a full preview season for this set, right, Blake?
We are going to have a full preview season. That preview season is scheduled to start in kind of mid-ish July, and we'll have the exact date later on. But it'll be exciting. We're going to do 2 full weeks. I've actually started working on the preview plan, and it's the fun thing with this was with some preview plans, getting enough cards for all the outlets that want them, or that will do them, or that it makes sense for them, can sometimes be a stretch. You're looking for grouping commons that are together, that make, limited archetypes. You look at things with cool art and everything. This was not difficult. This was, how many rares and mythics do I have? Let's give out all of them. Okay. I need to find more outlets, because there are a ton of rares and mythics in this set that people are going to want to preview. Now, this set, Mike, how did having 2 rares affect? Because I see the set is 332 cards. How did it affect assembling the set, having 2 rare mythic slots? Because that throws off your normal numbers that you work with.
Yeah, you want me to talk specific numbers? Is that or just in general?
It depends on how specific you're gonna get. You can talk about the number of mythics and number of rares in the set, if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, so we did having 2 rares in every pack. Of course, once again, that could be upgraded to a mythic rare. Mm-hmm. Meant that we just, a typical set is 53 rares and 15 mythic rares, right? Mm-hmm. And so we knew we just already needed to go above and beyond that, because, you just have to have more than that when you're doing 2 per. So we went all the way up to, we have 121 rares, right? And then we have an additional 40 mythic rares that sort of build that foundation of the rares and the mythic rares in the set. And that just gives a nice variety to gameplay. It meant that we really could include a lot of these awesome cards that we're showing off today. And mm-hmm. then, like you're talking about, preview outlets. But then from a player experience, you want to be opening up packs with good variety, cards you love in the set. And having 2 rares in each pack just sort of gave us that opportunity to make sure that we could stuff the set full of the goodness that mm-hmm. we know everybody's really going to be excited about.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, obviously, Mike, you're biased, but give me a ranking of how, let's say, powerful you think this set is on a scale of, let's go Homelands to Ultimate Masters.
I would very much say Ultimate Masters.
Wait. Here's a better.
Homeless for a moment, not saying very much Ultimate Master. A lot of our inspiration was, we really saw how much people loved Ultimate Masters. Like, that is one thing that our players, as we went out and talked to people and we're working on designing the set, Ultimate Masters sort of was like, hey, this was a great Masters set. All right, let's use that. Let's take those learnings and make sure to keep all of the goodness of Ultimate Masters, and then add on the fun theme of Double. And so that was really.
So you're saying it goes to 11?
It goes to 11. It is definitely
20.
Double Masters is the 11 because there are 2 ones in 11. Double the ones.
Right.
Sure.
We'll
go with that, Steve.
It goes to 22. Whatever. What do you want to? But yeah, I mean, this is really our opportunity to, one of the great things about Magic is there's so many amazing Magic cards, right? And cards that people love, and a set like Double Masters is our opportunity to bring them back to the players, right? And to reintroduce, because of course, I mean, not everyone's been playing Magic. You talk about opening up packs from a decade ago, right? Or, a lot of players, sure, have been playing 20, 25 years, but we also know that there's players who are looking to get into.
I think you just called me old, but your point stands.
You are old. It's fine. We're all old. It's fine.
It's
okay.
Fine.
But yeah. Let's move on. There's players, of course, who are just getting into Magic within the last few years who want to go out and try Modern and try older formats. And Double Masters is really our great chance to make sure that those cards are accessible.
Fair enough. There was a question from chat that I wanted to ask, but so obviously we're printing this in paper. Well, that was me. Sorry, I'm reading chat. So obviously we're printing this in paper. Where else are people going to be able to play this, Mike?
It's also going to be available on Magic Online. It's Magic Online always has a slightly different structure of the product and sort of how we get it out there. But the booster pack itself is going to be the same on Magic Online. So that's another great place. Of course, we talked about it coming out in August, and so hopefully more stores will be open by then, and of course you can play in tabletop. But those will be the primary ways that you'll be able to get Double Masters.
And we're not giving a ton of details on this right now. The details will come later, but there's a VIP edition. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes, that is correct. I'm super excited for when we do talk about the VIP edition. But yeah, that's something that we wanted to bring, and we'll talk about that more when we talk about it.
Would you say that that's aimed at the same audience that likes collector boosters?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Blake. I mean, the collector booster has come out, and a lot of times it's sort of that shortcut to the hottest cards, and for people who just want to get all those cool treatments. And the VIP edition is very much in that vein for the collectors, right? The people who are just excited about sweet treatments that we've been doing.
And okay, I'm going to take this one because I haven't been yelled at on Twitter lately. We're getting a lot of questions about price in chat, and as some people in chat are pointing out, we don't do MSRP anymore, and I'm not going to say a price for this one, not because it's exorbitant or anything like that, but because stores set their own prices, so they won't have prices for you yet, because a lot of them just learned about, actually all of them stores should have just learned about this today. But they'll be checking with their distributors, they'll be making orders. This product does come out in August, so it's actually, this announcement is about as close as it gets, so I would expect to have for stores to have prices soon. But yeah, not gonna get me there. least not this time. See if there are any other questions in chat that we can answer. I'm not trying to be stingy here, everyone. At announcements, we typically just say the things we said in the article. This stream had a little bit more information. We're obviously going to have a lot more information as we get closer to releasing the set. And that's how it works normally. We just tend to announce things a little further ahead of time than normal.
If people want, I know Mark Rosewater wrote a whole article on doubling season a couple of years ago. So if they sort of want to live through the creation of that card, that was a fun daily MTG article.
Yeah,
a good question that I've seen in chat is where is this going to be available on digital platforms? Like which digital platforms for Magic is it going to be available on?
Yep.
Yeah,
so it's going to be available on Magic Online is the digital platform.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're excited about these cards, Magic Online, I believe once again, just right in early August, it's coming out there. Of course, with Magic Arena, we have been adding some cards to Magic Arena, like through historic anthologies, but Arena is not really at the point where we're adding this number of cards to it as of yet. But we are definitely adding more of the Magic cards. I guess I'll call it back catalog, as it were, over time. So, Magic Online. If you're looking to play digitally, that's where it'll be available.
Okay. Is this set draftable?
Yeah, absolutely. It's draftable.
It was a reasonable question. They may have come in later.
Yeah, no, one of a couple things. One, I just want to go back and highlight when you open up, when you do a draft, you get to pick 2 first picks from each pack, right? Mm-hmm. So 2 first picks, then draft 1 for the remainder of the pack. Your second pack, 2 cards. And we built that into the draft experience. Like that was one of because we knew it was going to be double masters, basically since the product's early stages, we made the draft, and that alone, I think, is just a new thing that players haven't done before. And I found it really fun because you can start off with combos, right? Like we talked about Atraxa and doubling season, maybe not the best limited combo, but it's just like there's a lot of cards where it's like, yes, I take this, and you already have that built-in synergy, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've opened up so many packs where I've wished I could take 2 cards with, just because of that synergy, and that's the basis of some
conspiracy cards.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then also, of course, one of the things that we try to do with each master set is we try to give it fun limited themes. And we spend a lot of time thinking about, what does it mean to be drafting black-red with this set? Oh, what does it mean to be drafting red-white, et cetera? And we go through and we sort of take a look and make sure that each color combination has fun themes. So we've done that with double masters, and the slightly larger set size has meant that that there's just a nice amount of draft variance, a nice amount of replayability and excitement, because you're always sort of unlocking new combos and new realizations of I've never seen this card and this card played in the same environment, and that always makes for good synergies and good moments.
I'm gonna ask this one, and asking questions I don't know the answer to is always dangerous, but are there any new to foil cards in this set?
Oh, new to foil cards. I would have to, I can't. That's typically a pretty short list of cards that weren't available in foil. I'd have to.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Steve knows. Steve knows.
Steve knows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Steve knows,
there is at least one that I know of, but there might even be more.
There you go, Steve. You can tell Steve's excited about double masters. He's already put that foil card into his virtual collection, as it were.
I would.
The virtual collection, Steve. You don't.
Yeah, the virtual. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Before we go, I do want to show off the preview cards again, just to make sure everyone got to see them. So, producer Sean, if you could just run through Doubling Season all the way through Manicrypt, and then I will scan chat to see if there's anything else. Although I'm a little distracted by these alt art versions.
They're really cool.
I love the people asking about specific cards. Yeah, I see. Okay. I see everybody spamming the chat with print run. I see it. It's not something we're commenting on. Not here. And I'm not saying that we can't say it publicly. I just don't know. And I don't like answering questions I don't know the answer to on air. Also, if you didn't see, there are no Fetchlands in this set. That was in the announcement article this morning. Fetchland reprint is coming later this year. It's just not here. Okay, here's a fair one. Mike, is this an exclusive for local game stores, or can you get it elsewhere?
You can get it in local game stores. You can also get it at Walmart, Target style stores. Yeah, it's definitely going to be available in I'll say typical tabletop channels, right? So of course, we always love when you support your local game store, but with a product that's exciting, we want to always make sure that customers who don't have stores as local can get it, and the Walmarts, Targets, and other such outlets are great partners as well. So yeah, it'll be available, like I said, basically wherever you can typically buy Magic. Double Masters will be there.
Cool.
The box toppers for the display box, those are for the display box only. So if you want those, you'll want to buy a full box of Double Masters.
Mm-hmm. And those are sealed in the box. Those are not like the buy a box promo.
Correct. Yes, you have to. They're sealed within the box, right? So you buy your sealed box, you take off the plastic, you open it up, and then inside you'll see it. You'll get a 2-card box topper pack.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to call it there. I'm seeing a lot of the. Well, you know what? No, there's a couple questions we can answer. Mike, were there any cards downshifted for this set in rarity?
We typically more we will downshift. We also upshift. That's something that was definitely something that we are always willing to do, and we have done here. A lot of the times that is either the original printing didn't print the card really at the right rarity, right? Mm-hmm. Or for like limited gameplay considerations, we make those shifts from time to time, and we have here, absolutely.
Yeah. Historically, our master sets have shifted things kind of up and down and all around, and kind of where it made sense. I still remember the dagger to my heart that was Balduvian Horde at Common.
I remember that.
Oh my God.
You were simultaneously sad and happy about that.
Alliances was my favorite set, is my favorite set. Balduvian Horde was like my first card that I was just like over the hill about owning. And then we printed it at Common, and I don't know that I've ever forgiven us for that.
And the thing about that is that's like, look, when you're printing a card from the 90s, mm-hmm. right? It's just like, Magic has changed as a game, and we don't want to be beholden to, something like that where, because if you while you didn't want to get it at Common, I would have been surprised if you'd wanted it as your rare either, right? And so for limited gameplay, it actually is a pretty fun Common, but it just really doesn't live up to sort of that nostalgic moment, right? And so balancing the two, we really want to be making sure Magic's always moving forward, mm-hmm.
Acknowledging its past,
right? But not being 100% beholden to it.
Yep. A question I've seen a couple times that's totally reasonable is there a buy a box separate from the box topper for this set?
Yeah, right. So here we've just gone with the you buy a box and then you get the cards inside. There'll be other promos that are associated with it with Double Masters, but because every box already had 2 box toppers within, that's really where we kept the focus.
Mm-hmm. Yep, fair enough. I see all the questions that are saying, "What's the oldest reprint? What's the newest reprint?" We're not going to do that game today. Although I'm willing to bet Alpha is probably the oldest set represented here, simply because basic lands and certain common effects, and I mean, I actually don't know that for a fact, but I'm willing to bet that every time we do a master set, there's something from that earliest set. Don't know if that's true.
Nothing before 93, nothing after 2020.
Okay.
We haven't invented time travel. We can commit,
that is our time range. There you go.
That's, what is that, like 27 years or something?
It's a good window to work with. Yeah. Okay. We're going to call it there.
Have people asked what the card sheet is behind you? That's what I want to know.
Not on this stream, they haven't. You want to know that?
I just want to know that.
That is my foil Cons of Tarkir common sheet.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, I won that like in one of our draft leagues at work. Like the first year I was here, back when I had time to play in our draft leagues, and also when we had an office that we could go to.
Yeah. I look forward to drafting in person again. That'll be fun. We really did build the set to be exciting to draft, to be exciting to collect. So I'm hoping that'll all come together, and that the world is healthy enough that we can, return to just
enjoy. I know. Enjoying the set. I know. I'm excited for this set. Like I said, I was working on the preview plan today. Previews start mid-July. I'm excited to start showing everybody cards. I'm sure Mike is. He will be back. We will do weekly MTG shows with preview cards come July, and we will show off more cards. But in the meantime, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Mike, for coming on and talking about many of the Double Masters things that we can answer right now. We'll, of course, have more information as we get closer to July, when preview season is, and August 7th when Double Masters releases. In the meantime, everyone stay safe and stay healthy. We'll be back next week with a pretty fun show, assuming things don't change. Right, Steve?
I'm excited, but should we tell them what we're doing?
Yeah, why not?
The plan right now is Blake and I are going to do a play stream, but we're going to be playing the classic Magic the Gathering game Chandalar. So we're gonna be playing Chandalar for an hour on stream.
We've had this idea in our back pocket for a while, and we needed a week where we didn't have anything we needed to say. Now, if there is news that comes up that we need to talk about next week, that'll take precedence. But I'm kind of ready to play some Chandalar because, let's do it.
Really excited.
Anyway, thanks, chat. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
All right.